I'm going to officially rename this past week Leak Week, because the leaks did not stop coming all week. We started off with alluvial leaks, then we got auto battler updates, and then we got the grandmaster of all leaks, the Overworld gameplay. So stick around to find out more. So I'll start off at the most important part and the biggest news of all this week. It's obviously the Overworld update. If you haven't watched it and you're following Illuvium, I feel like you've been living under a rock, because it has been everywhere. As soon as it was leaked, I reckon 5 to 6, even 7 content creators had videos out on it within probably 12 hours. So if you haven't watched it, go and watch it yourself, or find your favorite creator and go and watch their video. I've put one out that I'll link down below, and I'll link the original below as well. It just looks amazing. I just did a raw recap of what I seen as I watched it for the first time. I think I'm going to go back and do a bit of a deep dive into it and work through it a little bit more thoroughly with you guys in the upcoming days. But anyway, go and check that out, because it looks amazing and I can't wait to run around this all by ourselves. We'll head over to some Discord snaps that I've took throughout the week before we head into all those other leaks. Aaron here was replying to a question about if there's going to be any danger or why the overworld looks very bare. He's just stating that, like, obviously with this game you're going to have to pay to go into the overworld. So they don't want to be like, if you lose an auto battler or you die while you're walking around, they don't want you to get kicked out, because you're essentially just going to lose your money. So it can't be like an Elden Ring where you just die, it's gone. People are going to quit and no one will play the game. So they need to work out a way of having some sort of threat that will make it harder for you when you go through, if you do lose battles or you do lose something. But then they also don't want to put it too far where people won't keep playing. So he states here, it's like when you go and buy packs of cards, the person you buy it from doesn't throw them at you and you have to catch them, and they're the ones you keep. It's you go and buy your cards, you get a pack of cards. That's how the overworld is going to be. And he also says there is a lot more flora to get put in, and tiny fauna, so other little animals that are going to be walking around that aren't going to be alluvials, I'm guessing. So if you feel like the overworld is very bare at the moment, it is. But it is very much still a work in progress. Stay strong. It is coming. Like, what we've seen there has been a long time to get there. And putting in, as he says there as well, they have 200 plus creatures with about 15 separate bone structures, which animating that takes ages. Eventually they will have the alluvials walking around in the overworld with you, but it's not going to be there at first. It's going to be like the instances you've seen in the video. So it is coming, but it won't be there at launch. Another one from Aaron, talking about here, someone asked if it's possible to play the game on older Macs in the future or phones. He says yes. So they do plan to release a mobile version of the Arena and eventually Overworld, which can be used by PC owners, so you can run an emulator and run the mobile game. Obviously definitely downgrade in quality, but it'll allow you to play. This is massive. Everyone these days had a phone, and anyone can play on a phone. Most people have laptops, old laptops, or any laptop. So this makes this game much more open for the everyday gamer, or for kids, or just someone that doesn't have enough money to buy a super high-tech computer to get the best graphics in the world. This is great for Illuvium. So we've got a few here from Grant. Someone was just talking about Pokemon or whatever, where we're at, and he's like, the only way out of this and where they are is to outdo Pokemon. Someone's like, I believe we are past that. Grant's like, yeah, we are in quality, but the result, whatever the hell the feeling was when we were younger and Pokemon was life, they need to capture it. That's what they're aiming for. They are aiming to be the Pokemon of the future. Kids nowadays, like I was when I was younger, Pokemon was life. They want Illuvium to be life. They want to get walking around. Are you choosing Atlas or Ramphy or the other one I can't remember off the top of my head, instead of Charmander, Squirtle and Bulbasaur? Those are the three you'll be going for. This doesn't get you excited, then I don't know what will. Like, they want to be the best gaming studio ever. Not just one game. They want to be here for the long haul, like Pokemon has. 20 years nearly. or over 20 years actually. They're like 25 years. So that's how long term they're looking at this project. So I think we're in the right space. Just answering a few questions on the heat map. Like obviously when they went and showed the map of the world, he bring up a heat map. It's an indicator of where more loot is or where more alluvials are as such. He doesn't really like how it come up. They're going to make it 100 times better than what that looks. I didn't think it looked too bad, but that's how they are. And does anyone know if PS5 or other controller gameplay will be available? No dates, but 100% they will support controllers. I'm a console guy from back in the day, so this really, really makes me happy because I'd love to play this on console. Nothing against keyboards and mouse, but consoles is where it's at for me. And it really opens up that market for the casual gamer that doesn't like using a keyboard. This one from Grant reiterates the point from Aaron. Like stated in the description, the video we put out is not an indication of the final gameplay at all. There's a lot of work going on overhauling all the mechanics and the player movement and capturing and all that. They didn't put the capturing in there because they want to make that as AAA grade as possible. At the moment, he's saying that only the graphics are AAA grade, so we still have a long way to go for the whole storyline and game to be AAA rather than just AAA graphics. Down the bottom, getting things up to AAA is what takes us so much time. They can plan for something. They might be disappointed in the end of how they done it, so they need to either start again or try and redo that. That does take a lot of time, but that's why we're getting the best. Alright, we'll head into the leaks part of today. I'm sure this is why everyone's here, or why people have been in the Discord. Again, I did mention this last week, but if you don't know, whenever there's leaks that pop up in the leaks channel in Discord, always head over to the leaks discussion afterwards. Don't sleep on this, guys, because more pictures are leaked in the leaks discussion as well. And Grant and that answer questions. This is where I get a lot of those clips that I've got from just before. But anyway, we've got a sloth line. It looks sick. Obviously the flish that we've seen and thick talic, they all look amazing. As always, they've gone above and beyond. Like, I'll just open up the sloth here. Like, I can't zoom in here, but just the fur or moss or whatever it is on the face and the hands and feet, like, they're going above and beyond. We'll see a bit later. I think there's a stage 2 of this line that Grant also leaked, which we'll get to. We'll head over to the leaks part of the Discord, wherever that is here. So I'll start where we left off last time, and we've got the nature, the fire, and the earth flish. I'm pretty sure they're just based on pugs, aren't they? Like, look at those eyes and that tongue. Is that not speak pug? I know it looks a bit weird, and why would they do it on a pug? But that's what it reminds me of. Maybe one of them has a pug as a dog. I'm unsure. This is a graphic of all the augments. Grant has said that he won't be releasing this until it gets really balanced. They don't know how strong things are going to be yet, and they don't want all that info released as yet until it's been tested a little bit more. So we're still waiting on that, but it's cool to see the graphics. These all look A1 as always. They've put so much effort into this. Again, we've got thick talic, another flish. This is a water one. For some reason they posted one and then they thought, oh, we can do better. So it just looks like he opened his mouth. He's coming to say hello. On Twitter they did say he's very sad, so give him some support. So if you haven't done that, I'd go over and give him a like or a retweet. I think this is the air flish. I'm pretty sure it is because we've gone through the other ones. It's hard to distinguish between the air and water, seeing as they're both bluish. We've got the sloth. Some nightmares are best left unspoken. I agree with that. I don't know what is going on here, but it's pretty freaky. And then they've got some Overworld, Abyssal Grove. Again, just some more from gameplay, really. I'm guessing that this is someone walking around and they're taking screenshots from Abyssal Grove. It shows how much they have done in all of the regions other than Halcon Sea and one other. I can't remember off the top of my head. Then we go down. We got some more here. Like, how cool is that? It's just floating rocks. I'm pretty sure the whole level here, like you go up onto these other ones, it's all just floating rocks and overgrown vines. Like, who comes up with these ideas? It's blows my mind. Then we got some ice, which I'm pretty sure ice is very hard to look realistic, and that looks like you're walking on a glacier just there. Got this big eye. It's been posted everywhere. If you haven't seen it yet, again, you're living under a rock. But if you haven't noticed, there's your ranger standing down there. You're not even as big as the Lefalian. I don't even know how to say the word. His pupil. So supposedly no one knows what these are in the game yet. So once that gets released, or if we don't get it released and we just have to find out throughout the story, that is going to be a massive find. And just, even though they leak so much, they are still holding so much to themselves. Like the storyline, we have no idea about. There's Easter eggs, there's these guys. So much of it we don't know, so much we know, but I can't wait to get out there, explore, and be the first one to explore a certain part and be the one that breaks that story. And then you see others do that. It's that overworld and the story is just going to blow this game out of the park. Again, Crystal Shore's my favorite. If that doesn't blow your mind, can't wait to be running around here or building my Illuvium 0 in. These are some updates for the auto battler. They're gonna have some restart from checkpoints come in, which is great, because it's probably the worst part for me about the auto battler is, say I get to wave 17, which I haven't in a while because I don't get to play very much, but say I get to wave 17, wave 1 to 7 is very monotonous and annoying. Like you just waste time. So having this will be amazing, and as you can see, it has remaining uses 3. So that means you can get up to your wave 17, and then you have 3 times where you can jump back to 15 and start again, which that saves people huge amounts of time rather than doing those first 10 that are just easy, throw out whatever you want on the board. So I'm really keen to see this in the auto battler. So also there is this, which shows it going up to wave 57. Pretty sure I've seen, well, this guy's up to 64 up here. So as at the moment we've only got 30 levels, so it's really exciting to see that we are going to keep going up in waves. It's hard enough as it is to get to wave 30. There's only a couple people a day, if that. So I cannot wait to see what we've got installed up to wave 57. I'm guessing that's once they put augments into the game as well. But just the more and more they add to the auto battle, the more and more fun it's going to be. We've got the leak of the overworld, which I've gone through, links in the description. And again, Leak City, Grant says, which it's true. As I said, this whole video is pretty much all leaks. You've probably seen most of them, but it's great to see them all again. This is just some flora. All of this looks amazing. Then you got, I think this one's called Apon. I think he needs a bit of colouring going into him, but just the texture of the hair, amazing. And then you got one of the lynxes. I will show a better view of this very soon. I think Grant just leaked it in his Instagram. And then some more flora, some ice. And then unsure what this is, but it looks like something in the overworld, like a big vines or root system that they're building. And just a shout out to the Ukrainian team that's been working through the war. Keep going, stay safe guys, love what you're doing. This all looks great. I can't wait to see the finished product that you get in. There was also this is one of the Flish doing his attack, or that's his taunt, then that's his attack, and this is his dying scene. So I absolutely love it, especially that. Look at that death. Look at the tongue. Surely that has to remind you of a pug. Tongue out all the time. But anyway, I can't wait to play with these guys. Just the amount that they put into just things like that. This death scene is totally unique to that character. So on Kieran's Twitter, which this only has 11 minutes left right now, so it's a bit late to vote if you haven't voted already, but 535 votes. I don't know why he done this, just to throw fire into soak the fire, but who will become the premier analytics site for Illuvium? Info Illuvial has absolutely crushed that. Both sites are very good in their own right, have different things. As I stated in my last video, I post my stuff on Illuvium, so if you want to head over to there, they've got great content coming out pretty much daily. Anyway, we'll go over to Grant's Instagram. We see again, here's the 5 Flish, the Fictalic, here's some augments, and then we get into some juicy stuff. Look at this beast. Look how big it is. You're that big. You're not even big as its like gills or anything. Again, no one knows what these are. No one knows what they do within the game yet, and this is going to be a massive secret that we find out. So that's one of them. This seems like another one, obviously a more grassier or poison one, and that's just the eye. The detail in that is unbelievable. Here's that lynx that I said I'll show you a better view of. Unbelievable, the glow, the fur, the third eye activated. Can't wait to see these guys in action. Here's your either stage 2 or stage 3 slothy boy. Again, work in progress as it always is. I can tell this isn't as in detail as the first sloth we've seen, but still it's got the startings. It's got the makings of a great project. I'm pretty sure this is another free-to-play alluvial, a Tipo, I think it's called, as he says there. Just so polished. So polished. Even I look this. This is free-to-play. Most free-to-play things are terrible. This looks nearly better than the paid stuff. Anyway, over to Roger's Twitter. If you don't already, go over and follow him. He is doing a giveaway at the moment. Once he got to 2,000 followers, it just happened. There's only six or 7 hours to go from right now, so maybe 6 by the time this is put out. Get over there and put a comment in here to try and win this metal print of an Illuvitar. Who doesn't like free stuff? We'll head over to Illuvium. Illuvium 0 update. Making offers on land in IMX shortly, and shortly the Illuvidex. They are working on the ability to make offers to other people in the Illuvidex and on IMX. This is huge. Mega cities are going to get finished very soon. There's going to be some money thrown around. This is great for everyone because this brings revenue up for Illuvium, and it means that everyone can get the mega cities they wanted, and the little guy can exploit it and get some money out of it. Anyway, hopefully this comes very soon and works like a treat. This is Linky. He doesn't work, but he's a part of the Illuvium team. He set up his Discord with a Discord theme with the Illuvium background. If you wanted to set this up as well, I'll tag his Twitter and this status in the description down the bottom because I reckon that looks sick. And then he's just got the koala bear leak down here as well that come out not that long ago, which he looks sick. It's just a plugin for Discord. So yeah, I'll tag this down below so you guys can get the Illuvium or whatever you want in your Discord background. And last off the bat is a Twitter thread done by Diamond Atlas Capital, just talking about how poorly designed virtual NFT land has been so far and how good Illuvium has been. Get onto it, push Illuvium, absolutely Twitter-aid this, guys, because this is amazing for Illuvium. You want this to get pushed to as many people as possible. But anyway, that is all the leaks and discussions for this week. Thanks for sticking around, and I'll catch you in a video soon. Cheers.